Well, he's also got to keep his game together, and the way for him to go forward in this game, I think, is to just keep going for the shots.
Yeah.
Because that's the way he can play his best snooker, and he can overpower if he gets a roll on.
Okay. Last one before the mid-session interval.
Yes, very interesting analysis there from Ken and Steve. And yeah, I think it's too late now for Shaun to tighten up. I think he's got to still play his attacking game, but he's just got to improve his pot success. It's down at 87% at the moment. It needs to be 90% and above.
Yeah, he has had chances. It's not that he's not been at the table. In the last frame, he potted a yellow and chose to play the cannon when there was open reds and didn't work out. But there's another example. His safety's not been tight enough either. Keeps on leaving Neil these long shots. He's got to improve 50% if he wants to win this match.
Yeah, at the start he wanted, winning the first frame, but he's not really sparked much since then. Well, that's a bonus. Flicking that red away from the black. It's made the black available. Tried to swing round both black and red, but that little flick. That was a nice run of the ball. Cue ball going to run?
Yeah.
Just about.
Three.
Problem is with it, although he's on this red, the black I don't think is available to the left corner. So therefore he's going to have to go back up for blue or bought colour off this red.
Four.
Yeah, mate, it seems every other shot at the moment. Man, it is the jump season. Well, that's amazing. But funny enough, we were talking the other day, Stephen, weren't we, that sometimes you feel as though some of these bad contacts is just because you've not hit the ball smooth enough.
Yeah, I must admit, I think the vast majority of kicks are caused by that. You've not cued it as smooth as you can. But as players, we always like to blame something else.
Well, he'll be blaming that miss on the blue on the kick, but has he been lucky and not got on the red? No, he hasn't.
Not when the players are at the table, please.
Yeah, just calling for a bit of order. And missed that back quite a way. I'm probably a little bit disappointed he wasn't better on the blue. Now, Shaun, you've got to take these opportunities.
One.
You're playing catch-up, and this is the frame he needs badly.
Well, Shaun will kiss the right-hand side of those two reds that are just short of the pack. And hit the right-hand side about 3/4 ball. And just caught it slightly less than half ball. That's why he's lost the white up to the bulk end of the table. Needed to catch that red a lot thicker.
8.
Yeah, and you always seem to see with that shot a little bit of unintentional side on as well, don't you? You know, sort of helping side, we call it. This is a big shot now. Needs to get this. Well played, well played. There was a lot of pressure on that.
And again, a lovely angle on the black. I feel sure Shaun will play some sort of cannon here. Top, right hand side.
Shaun Murphy 9.
He didn't do as you suggested, but You can't afford, particularly in the frame score position he's in, to miss blacks off the spot.
In particular after the red he just knocked in. Johnny couldn't have hit that any better. Perhaps just had his eye on the cannon more than the pot, took his eye off the pot. It's easy to do.
Yeah, we've seen it many, many times, but he's in a position now where he can't afford too many mistakes. And this red that's closest to the cue ball, I'm sure Neil Robertson is considering whether he can play the pot here. It might be that close that he feels he'll get a push shot, but it's certainly an opportunity. And if he potted it, would he be on the black? There's no easy path back to the balk end, it doesn't appear. Well, I just decided to nudge into it. If it's a touching ball, the referee will declare it, but he hasn't, so it isn't.
I used to hate playing these little tippy-tappy shots. Just felt there was just no end to it. And it's a touch and ball now, I think. It's a little bit careless, that is, to leave a touch and ball there. Well, it's not a touch and ball.
Now, as I say, if it's touching ball, then the referee will always declare it. So, yeah, it looked as certain to be touching, but there must be a gap.
It's an easy safety to leave the white just on the black cushion here, but it hands the advantage to your opponent. It's playing easy safety up to the balk end, so that's why both players are reluctant to do that. Shaun can now play the shot to balk, thin off the red to the furthest right in the table.
Well, has he spotted something to the left middle? I don't think so. Just the safety. It's a type of safety you'd like to stop the escape route down the right-hand side of the table. The reason I say that, if Neil Robertson, as he possibly has to do here, plays safety down the left-hand side, is there always a chance you could push something towards the right corner. Caught it that thick, he nearly hit the black. It's easy, of course, playing the safety down the right-hand side because you send it, there's no path to the left corner pocket. And the last thing either player needs is for reds to get congregated around the black. If it looks like getting that way, I'll let you know and you can go and make a cup of tea. Well, that is good. Snookered on all reds. Got to be careful here. This is what Hawkeye confirms. He is snookered on all reds, and they're loose enough for it not to be a formality just to come off a couple of cushions and nestle into them. You just misjudge it slightly or overhit it, you could leave a red on. He's in a spot of bother here, is Shaun.
Yeah, I think he'd like to. The ideal shot would be to land on the two reds just above the black spot, at dead weight. I don't think he's got the angle to do that.
No, two cushion escape with pace, this. Couldn't have played it better. Could not have put that any better with his hand. Beautiful shot. And if he's covered an escape down the right-hand side of the table with the blue, he deserves it. Beautifully played. And the blue could be blocking the run back to ball down the right-hand side of the table. Might just be able to bend that cue ball slightly to get a thin edge on the red. If he can't, he's in the spot of bother. But I think he can. I think he can just play with a little tray to the left-hand side on that cue ball, just to swerve it round the blue and hit the red that's on the right-hand side of the table as we look. Yeah, just had that option. And I'll tell you what, he's played it superbly. And Shaun Murphy once again in a spot of bother. That's all he felt he could do. Couldn't find a pass back to ball. Played the containing safety. Now, is there a red that will tempt Neil Robertson? Easy safety shot, but is there a red that will pot that he feels is worth the risk?
The red is near the black spot. He possibly play that as a double. Shot to nothing, but now he's looking at this straight red to the middle. These need good cueing.
Yes, in fact, he's found another red that will go to the middle. What a pot! What a pot that was!
One.
He's potted some tremendous balls tonight. He's on the black. He will be running into the red after he's potted the black. Depends if he can judge it now to get on the next red, because the way the reds are situated and all the colours really in play, this is an opportunity to go into that mid-session interval with a 4-frame lead. Well, could easily avoid that. Now, where's the black go?
8.
I think it's may still just be available, but he's got the pink. The blue's adjacent to a pocket, so he can bring that into play.
Nine.
Well, since losing the first frame tonight, Neil's really stamped his authority on this match now. Really dominant in all departments. Tremendous record in finals, 6 out of 6.
Yeah, that's an unbelievable record, isn't it?
15. Yeah,
it's something you can't teach. The ability to feel comfortable under the most pressurised situations.